I have not seen a productive conversation come from this video yet. Every video has been soaked in homophobia, but what else brings the Black community together other than homophobia?
Welcome on another episode, you guys. And if you are joining for the very first time, thank you so much for tuning in today. We have a creator on TikTok that is currently going viral for a few seconds video that she posted a few weeks ago. She had talked in that video how a lot of men are gay, and from other videos that she posted, what this lady was trying to say is that a lot of men are gay and they are not even going to tell their partner or the person they are pursuing. And as a straight person, she wants to be with a man who is fully straight and not being bothered about our man bending another man. This was the video she made, and a lot of people got so pissed about this lady's video. They said she's homophobic and they started stitching her, and a lot of people are even doubling down on how homophobic she is, because there are some other people talking about how she's not being homophobic, she's just having a preference. I am going to roll the clip of the two videos that is currently going viral, and I want you guys to as well share your thoughts about the video before you even start watching people's stitches and why they think that statement is homophobic. So without wasting much time, let's just get right into it.
A lot of you men be gay. A lot of you men be gay, bro. It's like we don't even have to worry about if we getting cheated on with another girl. Like now we scared to look through your phone and you talking to a man, another man. A lot of these industry men, they all gay or have had gay experiences. These hood men be gay too. They be mad gay rumors floating around the hood. Oh my gosh. It's a lot going on. I wanted to address my video on DL men. I want to know, what about that video gives off homophobic? What about that video gives off homophobic? Why? Because we don't want the men that we be with, straight women, we don't want our men to like other men. So you telling me that I have to accept that? That I gotta accept being with a down low gay or bisexual man? No, I don't have to deal with that. No, I don't. All right, I like my men who like, I love it. No, I don't want to be with men who like other men. And y'all are not going to make me feel bad about that. That does not make me homophobic. It does not. All right, I love everybody for who they are. That's cool. That's on you. Whatever you want to do with your life, that's on you. But at least be honest about it. At least be upfront about it, so I can make the decision if I want to fuck with you or not. These men be getting into marriages 10, 15 years and they be secretly gay. That was the point of the video. But it does not make me homophobic just because I don't want to be with a man who is bisexual. No. No. I don't want to. I don't want my man to like other men. I'm sorry. You're not going to make me feel bad about it. I said what I said. Fuck out of here.
Those were the top videos from this lady that is going viral. I know she made a video about a few hours ago, still doubling down on how she would not feel bad that she does not want a man that bangs another man. Like, as a straight lady herself, she wants a man who likes women. Like, that is what she is interested in. That a lot of these men are gay and they will not tell their partner. What do you guys think about what she said? Like, do you think that there's anything homophobic in what she said, or do you think her video is okay and she should not be tagged as homophobic or being dragged for saying that she wants a full straight man? I am going to roll the clip, what people are saying about her video. There are some in support of what she said, and there are some literally so pissed at her video and even pissed at the people who said that video is not homophobic. So let's get down into what people have to say.
A lot of you men be gay. A lot of you men be gay, bro.
A lot of you women be homophobic. A lot of you women be homophobic. But then you want to come around and get your hair done and get your nails done and you want to kiki and you want to... And then she was like, and a lot of these hood guys are gay. Do you think that being gay is something that doesn't exist in the hood. Do you think that being gay comes in a vacuum? Queer people pop up in every facet of life, every corner of the earth, every religion, every demographic, every geographic location. You don't need queer people to make queer people. You don't need gay people. Don't come from gay people, baby. So yeah, people be gay. You got us.
I gotta accept being with a down low gay or bisexual man. No, I don't.
But here's the thing though, beloved. Most of you are already dating men that are gay or bisexual or pansexual anyway. They're just not telling you. They're just not telling you. Us men, we are the horniest species on the planet. And if you guys actually think just a tiny small percentage of us is only into women, is absolutely insane. I'm literally in the scene. And I'm about to be married to a woman, and she knows that I'm queer. She knows I'm pansexual. She knows I'm very much attracted to men. And the stories I have shared with her and the stuff that she has seen with me in person would make your freaking head swole. I promise you. No one is saying that you have to date someone that's queer. You don't have to date someone that's queer. I would never want that ever forced upon you, right? I think the issue is that the way you're speaking about DL men or queer men in general, you're making it seem like it's such a negative to be a man and be queer. You're making it seem like we're less than of a human the way you coming off. Not saying that's what you said, it's just the way you coming off, right? Like when a woman is queer and is gay, everybody's like, oh man, that's so cool. Man, I wish I had me one of those. But a man is queer or gay, it's the worst thing that ever happened to existence. And it's just the energy you're giving. And that's why so many people have a problem with your take. Again, you could date whoever you want. You can be with whoever you want. But don't be so arrogant to think, and I'm talking to all women, stop being arrogant and think just because you got a you know what down there, that that a man will not find another man attractive. Or you think most men don't find other men attractive. They do. They're just too embarrassed to say it. They're too scared to say it. They don't want to say it out loud because they don't want to be embarrassed or they don't want to look less than. I'm telling you, most of these men are gay. You're welcome.
Being with a girl who likes guys as well. She found it disgusting.
It's crazy to me that this is even a conversation, because if someone got on here and said they would never date someone who was black, you'd probably look at them and be like, oh my gosh, that's a racist. However, she says she won't date someone who's bi, and somehow she's not biphobic, she's not homophobic. Like you don't think there's anything there at all. And then she does the age-old conservative Republican trope of, hey, I said something that was problematic towards this oppressed party, but this member of this oppressed party agrees with me, so that means what I said isn't problematic. I rest my case on that alone. And what's crazy is her original video where she was talking about DL men, I really don't think there was a problem with it. Like, she was literally just like, you know, I don't want to get cheated on. And it's like, yeah, like that's a real thing, very understandable. There's obviously like an undercurrent of homophobia, but it's like, I can live with that. But then in response to the scandal where she's like, I'd never date bi men, it's like, you know, like we were suspecting it, but now we confirmed it. And people come into her defense like, you know, you can't make her date bi men, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, no one's making anybody date anybody. Date who you want to date, but just know, just like someone who says they won't date someone who is black, the reasoning why you won't date that certain kind of person is rooted in like discrimination. It is what it is. Trust me, I've been searching far and wide for a reason for someone to say that they don't date bi people just outright that isn't rooted in homophobia or biphobia, and I can't find one, okay? Everything implies that either bi people are like dirtier than straight people, more scandalous, like lower senses of character than straight people, like they're gonna cheat on you, or like they're not real men / real women. And like, can we see how that's a slippery slope? Like, what are we talking about here? A lot of y'all on this app be complaining about DL men, but a lot of y'all be DL homophobic. Like, y'all get on here, say something homophobic and be like, what? No, not me. Like, come on. Like, you know, if you're homophobic, biphobic, there's nothing we can do about it, okay? Date who you want to date. You can do whatever you want over there. You know, just be honest. Like, come out with it, okay? It's safe. It's 2024. Just be open and honest with everybody. Live your truth. Be your...
No, I don't want to be with men who like other men. And y'all are not going to make me feel bad about that. That does not make me homophobic.
Yes, it does. Girl, no it doesn't. Y'all just love throwing around these buzzwords, don't you? Homophobic? Really? So let me get this gay real quick. You're trying to convince us that because this woman prefers that a man that she's romantically involved with is not tooted up for another man, or vice versa, whatever they got going on, that ultimately means that she's prejudiced against an entire group of people. She has an irrational fear of homosexuals. I mean, God forbid people have preferences nowadays. Maybe, just hear me out now, maybe it's just not her cup of tea. Doesn't really get her going. And don't sit here and lie to me right now. I know y'all have cut people off for less.
Why does it bother you so much, the notion that your partner might be bisexual? Why does that give you the ick? Why does it repulse you? Why does it make you go, ugh? The straights live in such a bubble, and they think that everything exists in binary, gay, straight, man, woman, and like there's no teetering on a spectrum. So the notion that there can be any fluidity in sexuality just does not compute.
So I went and I watched the original creator's videos. You're kind of gassing it. She's not as disgusted or as repulsed as you're making her out to seem. She's simply saying, not in my relationship, not really for me. Here's the beautiful thing about it. There's 8 billion people. It's going to be for a lot of people. Different strokes for different folks. Straights live in a bubble and only see things in a binary. You say this while simultaneously taking the context of her video and choosing to see it in black and white, tunnel vision, right? Two things can be true at once. She can not want a relationship with a bi man, gay man, DL man, while also not being homophobic towards an entire community of people.
What really blows my mind is all the straight girls defending her in the comments. The same girls that want to be entertained by the gays at drag shows, but when it comes to actually stepping in for the LGBTQ plus community, crickets. It is biphobic to say that. It is homophobic to say that. So sit down, marinate in it, unpack it, unlearn it. Stop perpetuating stereotypes that bisexual men are cheaters, that bisexual men are inherently dirty because they've slept with other men. It just perpetuates so much hatred.
Yeah, imagine that. The girls hanging out with the gays, because what you're trying to slap the homophobic label on is not true homophobia. It's a preference. As for the bi stereotypes that you were listing at the end, I didn't hear those come out of her mouth once. So is the hit dog howling right now? It seems as if you're trying to create a lot of discourse between what was actually said in her video and some emotions you're trying to evoke with your viewers for whatever reason to make this seem as if it's an actual act of homophobia, when in reality, it's a preference. People are allowed to have preferences with the people that they choose to establish a relationship with. In conclusion, and in simple terms, be so fucking for real right now. This is not homophobic. And stop throwing that word around, because it truly holds no value anymore. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one.
What about that video gives off homophobic?
So I'm about to flat on my hair, but I had to respond to this because it seems like everybody get a choice but us, right? Everybody can say how they feel, who their preference is, what they are for the day or for the week. But then when it comes to us choosing on what we prefer, not all of a sudden we homophobic because it doesn't align with their views. Y'all just don't like the fact that she's calling out DL men. And the men that's reposting this having a problem with DL men, to me, it's manipulation, right? You didn't give that woman a chance to say if she's cool with it or not. Some women are. Some women don't care if you DL, or not if you DL. Some women don't care if you like other men, and they will still date you. But it comes to the ones who date other men and do not give that woman a chance to respond. Similar to when a transgender, right, dates a man and he doesn't expose that he's a transgender. You pretty much was tricked into that situation because you didn't know. They didn't give you a chance to say, yeah, I was dating a transgender, that's no problem. Or, no, that's just not for me. But again, everybody got a choice but us. That's what it seemed like.
A lot of you men be gay. A lot of you men be gay, bro.
So now that you've cracked the case, Sherlock Holmes, what are you going to do with that information? Because a lot of y'all are only bringing this up because of what's going on with Diddy. But y'all can't get past the gay stuff to get to the SVU cases that's going on. He is being accused of moving people like products, and he settled a case in less than 24 hours for abusing his then significantly younger girlfriend. Y'all have lost the plot. This ain't got shit to do with being gay. This is everything to do with that man being the biggest supervillain for the last 30 years and getting away with it until now. And let's take the Diddy thing out of it. What are you going to do to make sure that DL men no longer have to feel like they have to be DL anymore? Quickly. I'll answer for you because you made this video, so it lets me know not a goddamn thing. People being gay and hanging is not some new phenomena that just started. The gag is that people like her and the ones in her comments don't realize that they are a part of the problem. They make these Black men feel unsafe to come out. You can't demand honesty out of a person and then not give them a safe space to be honest in. But then again, the way a lot of y'all was raised and raise your own children lets me know enough to know why you think this is acceptable. But this is not the gotcha moment that any of you think this is. Any homo, I said what I said. Remember to keep it cute in the comments because I read good books and bad people. I love my supporters so much, and to the rest of you, have the day you deserve.
A lot of you men be gay. A lot of you men be gay, bro.
I don't know why everyone is jumping down Sis's throat. I think the gay community is missing the entire point of what she's saying. What was homophobic about what she said? It's literally a preference. She does not want to be with a DL man who likes to go and mess around with other men. What is homophobic about that? That is a preference. Okay, guys? And for me, DL men is at the bottom of my list. What do you mean in the 21st century you're still fucking hiding, keeping yourself a secret about your sexuality? Like, you cannot... It's not a thing, and I feel like the gay community always tries to shelter the DL men because it's like, oh my gosh, it's such a secret. I'm messing around with this straight guy. Like, why? Why are we flaunting that? Stop making that a movement. DL men are trash. Period. And that's all Sis said.
With straight women, we don't want our men to like other men.
I'm making this video again because I guess the straight women got upset and they got my last video removed. So let me say this one more time as clear as I can. If you are white, you don't get to determine what is racist. If you are a man, you don't get to determine what is sexist. And if you are straight, you do not get to determine what is homophobic. If you are a straight woman, then you are defining your sexuality by liking men and men alone, correct? Bi men exist. Pan men exist. So ask yourself why you prefer straight men over bi men. I'll tell you why. The reason is because y'all are homophobic. A, you either believe that bi men actually just are gay, which is invalidating their sexuality, which is homophobic. Or B, you are insecure. But guess what? If a man's gonna cheat, he's gonna cheat regardless. Your homophobia will not protect you.
What about that video gives off homophobic?
The fact that this woman had to get on the internet and explain and go into detail about the original video, about her not wanting to date a man that likes other men because that is her preference, is fucking insane to me. Very fucking crazy. If you like men, you like men. Nothing fucking wrong with that. If you're bisexual, like I am, nothing fucking wrong with that. If you only like the same sex, nothing wrong with that. And if you like the opposite sex, there's nothing wrong with that. What is wrong is liking the same sex and not being open and honest about what you like. Because the person you're about to date might not want you to like dick too. And she has that fucking right. She don't have to be with a man that want to get bent or that does the bending. That's her fucking choice. What's the issue?
But it does not make me homophobic just because I don't.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. 100% you are homophobic. If you don't want to date bisexual men because you don't want to date a man who dates other men, it is because of homophobia. Full stop. Let's start there. But this is the thing about straight women in the bi men conversation. You don't have to date bisexual men. You know that, right? You don't have to date bisexual men. Nobody's forcing you to date bisexual men. But for some reason, y'all go on rants and raves about how y'all don't want to date bisexual men and y'all don't want to deal with men who deals with other men. You want your man to like. Unprovoked, oftentimes. And wonder why you get called homophobic. And it's because you are. This is the thing. Y'all got to call a spade a spade. Y'all want to be all types of transphobic, homophobic, without the label. Because it's almost like you know those things are bad. But you still want to do the things just without the label. And that's not how it works. You got to call a spade a spade. And the thing is, stand in your shit. I would respect it a lot more if y'all would just be honest. I would respect it a lot more if y'all would just straight up be like, Yeah, it's rooted in homophobia. It is what it is. I have preferences myself that I know are rooted in problematic things. I'm 100% aware that I have problematic preferences, problematic things. But you know what I don't do? I don't get on the internet shouting about it and demanding that, I'm not problematic for feeling those types of ways about things. It's just something I reconcile within myself. It's just like people who don't want to date bigger people. Is it fatphobic? Yeah. It sucks. It is what it is. And you're entitled to date whoever you want to date. But if you're going to go around announcing that preference and downing the people who don't match that preference, you got to be prepared for what comes with it. You made that whole video talking about DL men, but that, you're using that as like a cover so you don't feel homophobic. Like, well, no, it's the sneaky one. But you also were very clear. You don't want to date a man who likes other men. And then it's literally just rooted in homophobia. And I wish y'all would be honest. The reason why we can't have honest conversations is because y'all will not be honest with yourselves. It is 2024. It's 2024. And you know something? Again, nobody is forcing y'all, but I will tell you one thing. There is a high chance you have dealt with a man who is bisexual and you wouldn't even know. And you know why? Because your ideology is rooted in homophobia. Anyways, have a good day.
I wanted to address my video on DL men.
I don't think y'all understand how hard it is living in America, being a heterosexual woman looking for a man who is also heterosexual. I don't think y'all understand what it's like to not have to also have to worry about someone else being with another woman behind your back, but also being terrified that they might be with another man because that's not your preference. If I say I don't want a man who also likes men, that's a preference. I shouldn't be labeled homophobic for saying it, because as a heterosexual woman, when we say what we like and what we don't like, y'all automatically want to burn us at the stake. It's not fair. It's not fair. And I know y'all didn't like her tonality in the first video, but so the truth is still the truth, even if you're offended. I hate that. I hate that for y'all. Y'all don't like hearing the truth. We're seeing the truth play out in Hollywood right now. She not telling no lies. Furthermore, is there a word? Is heterophobia a word? Because if not, it should be. Thank you.
What do you guys think about what they all said? A whole number of people stitched into a video are just explaining how she is homophobic, or how what she said is homophobic, and a reason for saying she does not want to be with gay men, bisexual, or whatever is basically her being discriminatory towards them. And there are some people as well talking about how saying she does not want to date or be with gay men is basically a preference. Like, I would have thought it was a preference. A lot of people are making so many examples on how this is homophobic, how this is not cool, how this is her being discriminatory. And like I said, she made more videos still doubling down and saying she's not going to feel bad for what she said, that she only wants to be with a straight man. Like, what do you guys think about all of this? What do you think about the people who are pleased by what she said, saying she's being homophobic? What do you guys think about people saying that it is a preference as well? Where do you stand on this? I would really like to know. A lot of people kind of get where she's coming from in the comment section, are saying this is just somebody stating a preference and she shouldn't be made to feel bad about her preference. This comment here said she's not saying being gay is bad, but lying, betraying is bad. It is not about homophobia. It is about self-hate. These men have a choice not to be with women. Stop blaming women for everything. Another person as well said, you all are missing a point. It is about the betrayal, not the fact that they are unchained on a dude. She stated that she does not have a problem with people being gay, but it's just not something that she wants for herself. It's not something that she can deal with. I would like to hear what you guys think about all of this. I would like to hear what you guys think about the people who are pissed at what she said. Do you think she's being discriminatory? Do you think she's homophobic? Do you think she's just having a preference? Let's continue this conversation in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, and I love you guys.